April 2026. No dramatic panic. The first Shahed appeared on radar as a flicker over black water at 2:13 a.m. 30 seconds later there were 12, then 40. Then the radar picture began to clot into a moving wall of low-altitude returns pouring out of the northern Gulf like shrapnel carried by wind. And somewhere beneath the red glow of the USS George H.W. Bush's Combat Information Center, a countdown had already started, not to impact, to depletion. Because for the first time since the Red Sea drone campaigns against the Houthis, the U.S. Navy was staring at the exact scenario planners had feared for years. A mass drone assault designed not to sink a carrier strike group outright, but to bankrupt its defenses one missile at a time. Only this time, something on the Bush was different. Bolted to the flight deck in what looked like an oversized steel container, sat a system the Navy had kept almost completely quiet until April 2026. No dramatic Pentagon reveal. Just a delayed disclosure buried days before 3 U.S. carrier groups converged toward the Middle East as Iranian drone launches. Inside that container was LOCUST, the laser weapon system the Navy had been testing aboard a nuclear-powered supercarrier. And if this hypothetical tactical scenario ever became real, the next few minutes would decide whether naval warfare had just fundamentally changed, because the geometry of the attack was brutal. Iranian Shahed drones do not need to be sophisticated to become dangerous. They only need numbers, persistence, and the ability to force expensive reactions. The Shahed 136 and newer Shahed 238 variants operate like flying artillery shells with guide systems attached. Slow, loud, cheap, but strategically poisonous. A single SM-2 interceptor can cost well over $2 million depending on configuration and support chain. Even the more compact SM interceptors still represent an expensive answer to something that may have cost tens of thousands to produce. That is the trap. The Houthis demonstrated it repeatedly in the Red Sea. Every engagement became an accounting problem. Every radar contact forced a decision. Every launch from a Mark 41 vertical launch system burned inventory that could not be replenished at sea. And that last part matters more than most people realize. Because the Mark 41 VLS is not a magazine in the normal sense. Once cells are emptied, reloading them in combat conditions is effectively impossible without specialized port support. Imagine a revolver where every chamber is welded shut after firing. That is the real pressure American destroyers operate under in sustained missile defense combat. Now multiply that problem across weeks. Then add Iran. This is where the tactical picture changes from manageable to dangerous. The Persian Gulf compresses reaction time. Distances are shorter.